What's up, people? Welcome to something a little bit different today. So what I have got for you is a kind of opinionated video and a quick question, a quick debate for you all. So I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, and I'll possibly do a follow-on from this with your comments down below, and maybe make this into a two-part kind of thing where you guys a bit of like a debate. So to get involved in these in the future, either comment down below, like I say in videos and stuff, I will be tweeting a lot of questions regarding things like this on Twitter over on it'll probably be on my YouTube Twitter account, because that's where I like to keep all my YouTube stuff, just for obvious reasons. I'm an OCD freak, and I just like things organised like that. So yeah, make sure you're follow both of my Twitter accounts, just in case. So links are in the description down below, and just tweet me if I ask a question like this. It's probably for a video. I might even say it's for a video. So yeah, and your comment will be on the screen and stuff, and I'll expand off those, and some of you guys will be countering and stuff, and yeah, just having a good old debate. And not all of it's going to be about Arsenal, don't worry. I choose Arsenal because it's something that I'm really passionate about, and I don't need your help with that. Like, I can give you guys enough kind of a speech, I guess, enough opinion, I guess, when it comes to Arsenal. So my question is it time for a change in Arsenal, and what have we got to change? So Arsene Wenger is a great manager, and that is proven. Okay, there's the thing is with Arsenal, if you're not part of football Twitter, you won't know this, or if you don't follow anybody from Arsenal Twitter, you also won't know this. But there are there's a division between Arsenal fans. There is the AKB, I said that right, which is the Arsene Knows Best kind of group thing, and there is the WOB, or the WOB, like I call them, the Wenger Out Brigade. So basically, they both pretty much speak for themselves, and if you are part of one of those, please don't get offended by this, but both sets of fans annoy me. Both of those annoy me. I don't belong to either. I've always said this. I just have my own opinions on Wenger. I don't slag him off because I respect him as a manager. I respect what he's done for the club, and I think that is only fair as an Arsenal fan, because he has done some remarkable things at Arsenal, and one which no other manager has achieved before. So and I don't even need to say what that is, but yeah, he's done too much for me or any Arsenal fan, in my opinion, to slay him. Everybody has their own opinions, but I just feel that he's done too much for the club for me to be able to slate him. Now, I do say when I think he's done something wrong. If he does something wrong, or in my opinion, if he does something that I don't agree with, I will say it. And I probably won't criticise him, but I will say that was wrong, or what are you doing that for, Arsene, or something like that, as you all know, on Twitter. And also, when he does something right, you bet I do praise him. I do, and it's honestly, you've just got to follow me on Twitter for know that, and check through my tweets and stuff. I don't slate Arsene Wenger. I don't send him death threats and things like that. I've seen all sorts on Twitter, so nothing surprises me anymore. But he actually gets death threats because of just, I don't even know, just because somebody doesn't agree with his substitution. So I mean, it's pathetic, but that's football Twitter for you. My voice is going, sorry about that, but yeah, it really is so annoying. And like I say, guys, I'm not part of either of those. I've explained where I stand. I will support Wenger for as long as he is our manager, and when he goes, I will be sad to see him go, and I'll still respect him afterwards for everything that he's done to the club. But don't get me wrong, I am going to point out if I think he's done something wrong. I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh, and make excuses for him. I will kind of say, so is he the person that needs to change? Now, I don't know. I think it speaks for himself. He's stubborn. We've needed to add in positions. I think we are still players away from having a challenging side. I think with our current side, like even with the current injuries, so Jack Wilshere is out of the picture because I don't know where he is, to be quite frank. I don't know if I'm ever going to see him play, and that's not even me dramatising things. I actually am unsure on if I'm ever going to see Jack Wilshere play again, to be honest. And if I am, is it just going to be for 2 games before he gets injured again and then dies again? Not literally dies, by the way, please don't get offended by that, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not sure. So, Wilshere is kind of just out of the picture. So the current Arsenal squad is fantastic, and on their best day, obviously, not the current Arsenal squad, but the current Arsenal squad on their day is insane. We've seen it already this season. They can really dominate games, and we've got a good side there. But the thing is, I don't believe that squad can go to the next level and actually win the league and knock big teams out of the Champions League. I don't think that squad can give us that, and it's clear that this is all my opinion, but I think it's clear that something needs to change. Now, blaming the manager is the most easiest thing to do. It's like when you play against somebody in FIFA. I'm very, very sorry for this comparison. I know it's a long shot, but it's the best way to make you understand. It's like when you play against somebody in FIFA and you beat them, does that make them a bad player? Or could it be something wrong with like decision making and like the decisions in FIFA and stuff like that? You guys get what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, them managers don't have a remote control and don't control every single player. They don't. So what needs to change? I don't know. I know that we need more players, and what I'm not just saying like we need more players. We need experience. I think we need an experienced centre back. I think we need an experienced central defensive midfielder. I think we need an experienced central attacking midfielder, and possibly an experienced striker. And I know that's a long shot. I know that's a lot to ask for, but currently I do believe that that's what we need. I'm not going to say who I think should leave the club because I'm not that kind of person. And I can get really angry sometimes, and I was really frustrated after the Man United game. And I wanted to say, sack Theo and sack whoever else, and you guys catch the drift. But I don't want to be that person. And the thing is, it's like the most difficult thing is players like Theo, and I hate to bring him up because I am singling him out, and I don't like doing this, but Theo, like Aaron Ramsey as well, they can both, on their day, they are unstoppable, absolutely unstoppable, but they're just not, they haven't been consistent enough, and it drives you insane, because I think that's what makes more fans more annoyed, because they've seen what that Arsenal side can do, but the fact that Arsenal side can keep that up is what annoys us the most. You just expect us to do it every game, because you see it once and you see us completely dominate some games this season we have, and you just think why can't we play like that every game? But it just doesn't work like that, and it can be for a number of things. Some players just turn up, and as we all know, some players are now hiding injuries, which isn't brave at all. It doesn't make you. I really wish some wouldn't. And Alexis Sanchez is the worst for it as well. Can I just say, I admire his work rate. I really, really do admire Alexis, but hiding an injury is just going to make things worse for not only yourself but for the rest of the team as well. You've got to be. In my opinion, if you're hiding an injury, that is not being a team player at the end of the day. Okay, it shows that you're committed and you want to, you're hardworking and you want to do well, but it's not fair. And it's just, a lot of people blame Wenger for it, but at the end of the day, things like that, it's not like they have a scan, before each game. If they did that each game, it would take too long and there would hardly be any time to actually play the game, so it's just ridiculous, to be honest. But honestly, I don't know what needs to change. I don't know who needs to change. I don't know if Wenger should go or not. All I'm saying is that we need some more experience in the side. We need more depth as well. For over the years, I've looked at Chelsea, Man City, Man United. I mean, Man United not so much, but more recently Man United. When they sign a big player and a good example of this is when Man City had Aguero, Dzeko and Negredo, all three decent strikers. Okay, Aguero is your world-class striker, but Dzeko and Negredo are two very good strikers. I know they're currently without them now, but I used to look at that and I used to think that is just greedy. Like, why do they need all of those players? I used to think that. I used to think there's no need. There was absolutely no need for them to sign that player. I used to think that, and now when I look at it, I think, well, actually, there's every need because of depth. Because when you're a top club like Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, etc., etc., if you want to be a top club, you've got to have the depth. You've got to have enough players, enough quality players, to be able to manage all of the competitions you're in, which is the Premier League, Capital One Cup, FA Cup, and Europe as well, whether it be the Champions League or Europa League. You've got to have enough players for all of those, and backup just in case any of your big players get injured or suspended, because it happens, it does happen. And season after season we have blamed injuries. Well, if we keep blaming injuries, then why aren't we having some sort of investigation with either the training or the medical rooms? Clearly something's going wrong, so we need to investigate it. And that might seem a bit extreme, but honestly that's actually what I think. And also another thing is, why aren't we just getting more players and having more depth? We know what Jack Wilshere is like by now. We know that, we can't just trust that. Wenger can't be sitting there and thinking, right, well, Wilshere, he's been injured for so long now. Surely he's got to come back one day and and not get injured so often. We can't think like that. We've got to think, right, Jack Wilshere keeps getting injured. He's clearly got some underlying problem that nobody's picking up on. And we need to get another CDM in. We need somebody else that's gonna be actually be able to be of service to us. No disrespect to Jack Wilshere there, but it's not his fault. But at the end of the day, we do need to do something about it, and that is all I'm gonna say on that matter. Anyway, leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and like I say, make sure you follow my social media so you can get involved with these, have your say. I might do a follow-up to this if we get enough comments down below, so if you do have an opinion, let me know down below, and I should be able to get around to doing a follow-up to this. So thank you for watching. I hope none of you got too offended by this. I tried not to get too deep with it all, but yeah, it's very, very difficult when it's your club. It's very, very difficult. Like I say, I will be doing some more of these on other clubs as well, and not just clubs but other players, and just news in general, just opinionated stuff on what's going on. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this. Hit the like button if you did, and like I say, get involved with the comments down below, and you could probably feature in the follow-up to this with your opinions and stuff. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share this with your friends on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. It's all massively appreciated. We're actually very close to 400 subscribers, so thank you for that. I've got a couple of ideas of different types of videos to do for that 400 sub special, but again, if you have any ideas, or there's one that in particular that you really want me to do, losing the ability to speak there, just let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter or something. But yeah, my name's been Kim. You guys have been great. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all very soon.